Hey guys, it's Aubrey Yandow here from the Coastal Confidence, a New England lifestyle blog, brand, and now YouTube channel. Tessa and I are here today at a local New England nursery to bring you guys along and show you what you need and how to create the perfect summer garden in your backyard. The key to making the perfect summer garden your own in your backyard is really knowing what you like. So Tessa and I are planning this garden in the idea of the perfect summer salad. So we're gonna purchase items that we know will be great for our salad. So items like cucumbers, lettuce, tomatoes, and peppers. I love a good pepper. I mean, I wanted to get beans, but Tessa said no on that one. But all these items will just fit perfectly in a summer salad. But if you're more of a cook, then maybe you want to plant a whole summer garden filled of herbs. I mean, you can get that all at your local nursery as well. But if you're more of a flower person and you like harvesting roses and lavender and any beautiful plant like that, that's another thing you can plant in your garden. It's really up to you, but we're just going to show you some of the steps we take to plan it all out, because planning is key in executing the perfect summer garden. One of my favorite things to plant in New England is tomatoes. Actually, they grow really well for most of the season, and not only that, but they make a great caprese salad, and that's one of my favorite things to eat this summer. So we're actually going to plant 6 of these tomato plants, and we're going to plant them next to basil because they actually grow really well together, and it will make a perfect caprese salad all summer long. That's one of my favorite salads, actually. Okay, so we just purchased a bunch of plants. We're gonna head back to our house and we're gonna get started on the garden. Can't wait to bring you guys along. Hey guys, we are back at the house and right now we are going to plant our tomatoes, peppers, basil, and cucumbers. Those are our favorite plants and we're gonna get them in the beds right away. And these are our wooden beds that our dad made for us a while back. We actually have 2 of them. We're gonna fill one of them today for you guys. Then we're gonna run to our Memorial Day party, finish the rest tonight. Just an FYI for everyone wondering, and for all the commenters ready to jump into the comment section, our plants look a little dead or a little thirsty, as you can say politely, because it is 95 degrees out today and we did decide to plant not looking at the weather. So our plants are looking a little tired, but I promise in the 2-week recap they will be flourishing and hopefully we'll have some of our first fruit and veggie buds. Fingers crossed. And don't forget, if you like to eat Mexican food, to plant your jalapeno peppers, because surprisingly enough, they go really great in New England summer. So here we go. On next is our favorite summer vegetable, which is the cucumber. We're actually gonna plant these around these little structures, which we'll show you in a second, to help them really grow and flourish. Okay guys, we are back in the garden. We paused what we were doing because it was just too hot, to be honest. I mean, I don't recommend gardening at noon in 100-degree weather. So we're back for round 2 of gardening. We're gonna finish planting our herbs that we got, and we'll show you what that is as we plant them. I'm gonna dig the holes first, and then when we put them in the ground, I'll go through everything that we purchased for the herbs, which are pretty easy not to kill. So if you're worried about your green thumb, go with the herbs, guys, go with the herbs. So the first herb I'm planting today is thyme. Thyme is my favorite with seafood, specifically salmon. So this one is great for all the summer food that you'll be cooking from the sea. Next up, we have one of my favorites, chives, right? Chive on, as they say. This one's pretty easy to plant. We're just gonna stick it right in, and they grow like weeds, so you should not kill this plant by any means. You can really put chives on anything. I mean, they're great for cooking. They're super easy. You can eat them on their own, although that's a little odd, but I know my brother does it all the time, so you can do anything with chives. Next up is my favorite plant. There's actually a garden of this down in Clinton, I think, but it is lavender, and it already smells so good. This is our first year growing lavender, so we're gonna see how it goes, but I'm excited. I'm just gonna stick that in. Next up, we're planting 2 rosemary bushes. Again, this is great on seafood or any type of food that's just fresh. You can do meat or seafood. It's one of my favorites. It's so cute. So this apparently is lamb's ear. It's a herb. Don't really know what it's used for, but it says it's a splendid choice for adding soft texture to your landscape. And it attracts butterflies. So this one is to my mom. You picked this one out, and we'll see what happens. This is what happens when you go plant shopping with a huge group of people, because you don't realize what you end up buying. And I don't even know how to get it out. Have everything planted. It's been a fun day. I'm super dirty, a little sweaty, still proud of the decision that I wore white. I never like to garden in pants just because I always get super hot and skirts are more comfortable. But right now, less about the outfit, more about what we planted. I'm gonna break down exactly what we actually planted, what we couldn't find, and what we hope to add to the garden in the 2 weeks before we show you the final product. So right here, we have 3 different kinds of tomatoes. So they're in rows of 2. So we have big boy tomatoes here. We have Jetstar tomatoes here. And then this is our big beef tomato here. And these are the tomatoes that you would eat on a hamburger. And we're just hoping that they'll really sprout and grow over the 2 weeks. Again, it's been really hot here. Today was 90 degrees and we have been trying to hydrate them all day, so fingers crossed they flourish. Next up, next to them, which is looking a little weak right now, but it will take on, is our basil. We just watered it because it was looking a little dry. But this basil will definitely flourish next to the tomatoes. This one already looks great, and these 3, we're just hoping will make it. Plants are pretty easy if you give them good soil, which we did. Next up back here, we have 3 peppers. We went with 3 different colored peppers. So we went with a orange pepper, a red pepper, and then our final pepper is a jalapeno breed of peppers, which I'm really excited for. It's a red spicy pepper. We do have more peppers, but we're gonna wait and plant them in the other bed and just let this grow since it's been so hot. Finally, we have cucumbers. Cucumbers have always been my favorite to plant and eat and harvest. I mean, we grow a lot of them and they're so cute. can even pickle them if you want. We have here just English cucumbers. They're just regular English cucumbers, and we have these structures to help them grow upward. These are really helpful, and you can buy them pretty cheaply off of Amazon. We will link that below. And we planted 3, so 3 will grow up the sides of these plants. That's enough about the veggies and fruit. We're moving on to my favorite and the easiest thing that you probably will not kill this summer, the herbs. Here we have, oh God, this is gonna be a little hard for me to recite. We have chives, we have thyme, we have my favorite and my most excited thing, lavender. Then back here, we have 2 plants of rosemary, 1 lamb's ear, which we still don't know if it's a herb, edible, or if it's just decorative, but thank you, Mom, for picking it out. And then finally, we have sage in the back. We pulled 2 piggies from a local farm stand for a little decor because, I mean, you gotta decorate your garden space. Give those plants some good ambiance. And that's about it. I mean, that wraps up what we planted in our garden, and we'll let you know in a few weeks how it turns out. Okay, I have a few quick gardening tips for you guys. Again, not an expert, but just some friendly advice. I would recommend watering your plants at least once a day, but preferably twice, depending on where you live in the heat index that they'll be in. I like to garden early in the morning because late at night, really, it's mosquito-y, and morning's preferred. And then if you can, around noon for a second time. After that, I mean, that's it, really. Just don't get eaten by mosquitoes. Okay guys, that caps up our what to plant in your New England garden this summer. Again, we planted cucumbers, peppers, tomatoes, herbs, and a bunch of fun stuff. We'll be planting more, and we'll keep you posted how the garden turns out. If you liked this video and want to follow along with our New England adventures this summer, make sure to subscribe and like this video. We do post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday, and our Saturday videos are vlogged theme, so make sure to stay tuned for that, and good luck out there.